What's up, folks? It's your boy Paul Blake in the building. So, I'm coming at you guys with some more Sylvans as usual. Like I said before, I won't be showing any Fire Fists for a while unless you guys request it. So, I'm going against Raccoons. Raccoons are a really bad matchup for Sylvans. I don't know why, but I got on my ass whooped by these damn decks for a minute now. Because for some weird reason, when they have their when they open up with Obedient School, I'm in a bad spot. And then what makes it hard for me to get rid of these mofos is that Spiritual Forest. Now I was thinking about using this card in my Fire Fist. Why? Because I hate when my bear gets ran over, and when I open like an all formation hand with one bear, I'll be like, damn, I need to protect this one bear. So, but it is what it is. So let's get into the match. So I set the Super Solar Nutrient as a bluff, because just in case, well, not just in case, but because I knew the matchup, I knew that he was going to get the setup for the 64 guy. So I set 2 back row because I needed to see if he falls for the bluff, and he did fall for the bluff. So I'm not in a bad spot, but it's better than getting my Call of Haunted popped, because if you looked in my hand, I really opened a really bad hand, because as you saw from earlier, I go tree, mill over tree, and then draw a tree. I'm like, really? But that's fine, it's fine. The reason why I went for a Leaf Blader, because it sets me up for Redox, and I don't have to depend on top decking, not top decking, but hoping I draw into Earth. And they say, I get another Leaf Blader, I'm going to Tachyon Dragon, because Tachyon Dragon will end the duel immediately, but he had the Phoenix Chain. So instead, I still attach for Tachyon, so I can put another tree in Grave, because in my deck, tree is like the boss monster in the deck. So it is what it is. So he's gonna kamikaze with one of the tokens. He's gonna get rid of one of the tokens. He's gonna put them all in defense mode. Brings out another token, which is gonna set up to get everything popped. Because again, he should have flipped Tantan, got another White Rabbit, popped the field card, and then over into another 64, and then go for another token. Because of that, I have the ability to control my top decks. So I pop Phoenix Chain, I use Blessing, I put Tree on top, use Hermitry's effect, get Peas, special summon out the not Lone Fire, but the Copy Plant. And this is where Blessing actually, comes into play. Why Blessing is a really powerful card. It is. And it didn't matter what I excavate. I put 10-10 to the bottom, even though I could have just used it as a fodder, because it could have just offset off, or it would have offset Tachyon Dragon, but it is what it is. So Tachyon Dragon's gonna attack, and that will be game right there, because Tachyon Dragon put everyone back down to their original attack, which is 0-0. So let's go into game 2. So going to game 2, I started in DNA surgeries, because in this matchup, DNA surgery, prevents number 64 from coming out, and even if I top deck it in the middle of the game, it's still good to flip it to get rid of that protection. So I'm gonna sell Marshall Leaf, go for the Excavate 2, and luckily for me, I get a Guard Oak, so I'm gonna pop. I'm gonna use Marshall's effect to pop the Raikou, because the face down, because I didn't know what it was, even though in my past duels against Raccoons, they are known for setting many other cards. It could have been a Raikou, it could have been Manga, it could have been a lot of other things. So, and then with God Oak, I put Marshall Leaf on top, just in case if he summons out another monster, I just use the Mountain's effect to pop the monster. Because at stage 1 Sylvans, you don't really want to excavate for no reason. You really don't. So he's going to use the top deck MSC to get rid of my mountain, which was a terrible move, because he could have waited for me to discard a mountain, discard a card, and then he would have just popped it right then. I would have been at a 1 card advantage. But then again, when you go in Sylvans, you don't want them, discarding their boss monsters to the graveyard, and now just go reborn it back. So it is what it is. So I'm still going against this back row very slowly because I don't want to run into a torrential, or I don't want to run into a mirror force taking out 2 monsters. So I go for the excavate. I hit 2 cards that did want to draw, and that was fertilizing and reckless greed. I didn't want that to happen. But anywho, he goes into the level 3 synchro, which really does nothing. Really does nothing because I had blasted to pop it. And I'm just still pushing on, and then finally we see the mirror force. So I summon Flower Knight, put up some type of defense, just in case if he does have any type of craziness. And what do you know? When people say this card shouldn't get hit, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Obedience School is a broken behind card. So he does one of the plays that your Yukio channel has said. If you remember what he said. Oh, Obedience School. Okay, summon a Judgment God card. Well, now I'm dealing with a freaking Obelisk Mentor. I drew into all 3 of my martial leaves, so I'm in a really bad situation. So in my head, in order way to tackle this out is to somehow go on attacking on Dragon, and then use Dragosack's effect to pop it. But you'll see, later on in the duel, you'll see how this duel ends, unfortunately. So I'm gonna use Dragosack's effect to pop, and he makes a huge misplay. He makes a huge misplay. He should have just clicked no on MSC, but because he clicked yes, he was forced to pop a card on the field. Can I say, oh, that's Death Pro's fault? No, it's your fault. Why is your fault? Because you're not paying attention. Because like I said before, Death Pro takes more skill than DN because you can't take things back. When you click yes or no, it's your ass. So I'm gonna Lone Fire Blossom Hermitry and hope I get a card out of this, and unfortunately I didn't. So I'm gonna go for the Dragosack's effect, get rid of the Close Forest because Close Forest will hinder my top deck mountains, which I don't want to happen at all. So he's in top decking mode because he really hindered himself because of the MST. Now he could have prevented Dragosack from doing anything for a while now. All he had to do was just go finish it, attack. But because he didn't do that, I'm taking control of this duel. So while taking control of this duel, I have Sylvan Blessing with the P's in my hand, so which is a good setup because now I get to use P's for what it's meant for, and I top it to Mountain, so which also helps me out again. So I'm gonna put I'm gonna source on the tree, excavate for the P's. I drew into MST, so before I even use on fire's effect, I'm gonna MST the back row automatically because I don't know what could it be. And he activates Burst Reverse, so I'm like, this is interesting. What is that card gonna do? So I'm gonna go Lone Fire Blossom, get another Hermitry out, excavate, misses as usual, but that's fine. I'm gonna go attacking on Dragon. I'm gonna attack the face down, Tan, and I was hoping he didn't have White Rabbit, but unfortunately he did. So my attacking on Dragon got messed up, but towards the end of the day, I got a good trade off. But then when I activated Dragosack's effect, I thought I was gonna get rid of the Obelisk, but unfortunately it didn't. So now remember when in one of those games when I had Attacking's effect and they never used Dragosack's effect? Now I know why, because Dragosack's effect will be negated. So that's something good to know. So let's go into the. So this bonus game is going to be a little series on top of the matches while I'm doing Sylvans. So I'm gonna have Ghost Tricks, displaying. I'm gonna be displaying Ghost Tricks and Sylvans at the same time, so that when you guys are like, oh, we want to see the Ghost Trick deck profile, oh, we want to see the Sylvan deck profile, well, you know what? You guys are in a treat. So I will be doing this for probably for 3 videos, and then I'll switch it up with some fire fists and then some other decks I have. Because I like playing with archetypes. Archetypes are fun because they're fun, even though they take away creativity somewhat. But then again, it takes some type of skill to make these decks into autopilot decks. So I'm gonna go for a Snow Maiden, another Snow Maiden, flip the Jousty up, and I'm gonna get Stein to start setting up for my win condition play, which is getting Ghost Trick Knight. If you don't know what Ghost Trick Knight does, Ghost Trick Knight says when I possess a Ghost Trick monster face up on the field, my opponent cannot flip summon, and if this card is destroyed in my possession by my opponent's card effects, your opponent cannot declare an attack. It's a continuous trap. It's pretty good. I summon the Cat Girl, and because she's up top the Knight, so now if you don't know what the Cat Girl does and Ghost Trick Knight does, pretty much what you do is that you will have a Ghost Trick monster on the field alongside of her, so whatever monster that your opponent summons is gonna get book face down. And because they get book face down, you'll be like, oh, they can just flip it up next turn. But with Ghost Trick Knight, you can't even flip something. So what does that mean? That means you don't even get to play Yu-Gi-Oh. You don't get to play Yu-Gi-Oh at all. So pretty much, I had June to MSC last time, and I topped it the other MSC, so which was pretty sacky, and then I make a mistake. I mean, you guys could punish me for that if you want to, or give me a dislike, or say, hey Paul, you're bad, but hey, whatever. So anywho, besides the point, I'm gonna use Alucard's effect to start popping the set cards and just start getting aggro. I let Alucard attack first because when I noticed Basilisk being flipped up, I was like, okay, I don't want my Stein to get destroyed or any other snowman to get destroyed, so it is what it is. So I get the field card, I activate the Ghost Trick House, I leave 3 face-up Ghost Trick monsters on the field, so just in case if he plays like, I don't know, like freaking Soul Drain to target my art card, I'll be screwed. So he scoops up from there because he cannot do anything at all. Like, look at this. Summon, flipped, summon, flip, summon, flip, summon, flip, summon, flip. But yeah, and the thing about it is that it's not once per turn. So that's a true lock. So like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys want this to happen, let me know. And if you guys want to see Fire Fist 2 as well, just let me know as well. And this is your boy Pop out. You guys stay cool and